Want to get closer?
I don't know. Have you showered today?
I did.
Ready?
I was born ready.
Hey guys, welcome back to some more Big Brother talk. And man, has things gotten nuts in the house.
I know. It's amping up, people. Finally, BB, the game is being played. Legit this time. Sort of.
Kind of, sort of. It's being played by people who are stupid, but they're trying to play.
Yeah, I would say they're making an effort and then shooting themselves in the foot. Yeah. So we'll talk about that, okay?
The worst place to be this season is your alliance winning head of household.
I mean, I wish that you were telling the actual truth here. I wish you were joking.
If your alliance wins head of household, you are in the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're on Team Chaos, we're getting all the recipes that we need for disaster. So I want to do a quick, because we have not posted it in a few days, and so I want to do a quick recap. So this is not the live feeds, this is just the roller coaster that has been happening. We're going to start with Adrian being voted out, even by Zach and Vince, who he was loosely aligned with. An 8-4 vote, him and his loaf of bread sent out the door. I don't think a lot of people saw that happening. I think everyone thought it was going to be Will, and
it was kind of going to be where Lauren was going to have to decide.
Tiebreaker.
But Ava, kudos to Ava, because I remember back in the very beginning, I was thinking Ava has no idea what she's doing. Does she even know she's on Big Brother? But it was Ava that actually convinced Vince and Zach to keep Will and vote Adrian out.
If we're going to go off script and talk about Ava for a second, because I didn't even write her name down anywhere in these notes, and there's a reason for that. Ava is playing a game like she's obviously not built for competitions. I mean, that's just, she's coming to this game knowing that she's a social competitor. And man, is she like getting an A+ in everyone's book. I think she's hands down going to be America's favorite player at this point.
Mm-hmm. And is she really playing a social game? I think that's who Ava actually is. I think she's a very likable, unique individual that, I mean, I've met people like this before, very rarely, but people that just kind of get along with everybody.
I saw a really funny meme on X today, and it was like the rest of the house, and there was fires and people like smacking the fires with pillows. Like it wasn't from Big Brother, it was from another TV show, but they're saying like the whole house is in chaos, and it says meanwhile Ava, and then she's in the pool and she's got her big alien glasses on sipping a margarita.
I think we can take some notes from Ava.
The house is burning down around her and she's just sipping her drink in the pool.
Yeah, but I think I like that she's playing the game, but all eyes aren't on her. You know what I mean? Convincing Vince and Zach to switch their vote to vote out Adrian is pretty awesome.
The thing I saw talked about Vince as well, but I think Vince is starting to overplay his hand and get caught. But I mean, Zach isn't coming out of anyone's mouth. Like he's like literally running it behind the scenes. Like he's running the house behind the scenes. He's not making himself a target, but he's planting enough seeds and enough heads and making the right alliances to where like he's never a target, when in reality I feel like he should be a target.
I think Keanu had mentioned recently throughout this whole mess that he did want to put Zach up eventually. We'll have to see what happens, but that's all I've heard so far.
Okay, so jumping back on our track here, I have Kelly's third win. So she wins the blockbuster, takes herself off the block for a third time. So now Kelly is throwing herself into the conversation of like a Tucker-like player who is constantly targeted because she keeps volunteering and then taking herself off the block. So where is this comp beast coming from? Like, how does she keep winning?
It's kind of weird because she has an overinflated opinion about herself, which makes me not want her to win anything because of that. Is it
confidence or like?
It could be.
Because she's winning.
Again, there are some people that literally are just so confident in themselves that they kind of, because of that confidence, they don't sabotage themselves.
There's a
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a fine line between confidence and conceited. And I feel like the line is you back it up with actions. So if she's winning, it's like,
right, I think Keanu is a bit conceited, actually.
Meanwhile, Riley talks the biggest game in the house, and he hasn't won anything.
You got three totally different people. Yeah, with kind of the same possible issue of overconfidence.
Right. She wins. Adrian versus Will. Adrian out on an 8-4 vote. Riley wins head of household and immediately plans to put up Mickey, Morgan, and Ashley.
And then what happened? So obviously we're in the spoiler zone here.
Oh, yeah, we are. Mickey uses her power, and what's hilarious is Riley highly suspected Mickey to have the power, but for some reason he's torn between Mickey or Ashley, and he interrogates Ashley. And based on his interrogation, he concludes that Ashley's lying to him, and he picks Ashley for being the one with the power and is wrong. Mickey overthrows his head of household, takes over, and we don't see what happens because the cameras were not on. But listening to Mickey talk about it, he like goes off on her, calls her an effing liar and blah, blah, blah.
Using lots of profanity.
I think I was digging, trying to figure out what he's saying she lied about. There's two possibilities, but when he said that she was a liar, I don't know if she did her noms yet or not. If she had done her noms, then he's calling her a liar because I think she said that she would not put him up. And then the other option is she said the reason why she used her power is because it had a time limit and she had to use it.
That was her lie.
Okay.
Because she has it all the way up to jury.
Okay.
So she did lie about that.
So, and Riley immediately saw through that excuse as obviously being a lie.
And I believe that Mickey told Rachel and Morgan about her power. And it was Rachel who was kind of hinting to Ashley about how to play it cool, to kind of throw Riley off so that he thinks Ashley's being really cool and calm and collected. She's not being paranoid. So Ashley's the one who has the power, not Mickey. Now, Mickey's the head of household. And what's funny is as mad as Riley gets and he throws a temper tantrum, he was going to put her up. It was a good game move. In old school Big Brother, you know, Janelle's and Will's and all those hardcore players, they would have applauded that move. Like you literally stole an HoH when you were going to be the one put on the block and saved yourself and then turn around and put up the person. Like that's a bad, but instead he throws a child temper tantrum, cusses out Mickey, makes a big scene about it, and puts a huge target on himself. He put a huge target on himself, but then he goes up and he starts talking to Mickey and groveling to her, apologizing, appeasing her heart, because Mickey believes in God, and so obviously she's going to want to maybe lean into forgiving him when he's not really being genuine in the first place, because then he keeps telling Mickey, I'm sorry, and again, like I said, appeasing her, but then going back down and talking legit smack about her in a very childish, immature way behind her back, and Mickey's falling for it. I mean, at least it appears as if she's falling for it.
Yeah, when he's talking to Catherine, he's like, that mother effer made the biggest effing mistake she's ever going to make. I could beat everyone in this effing house, blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, you haven't won anything.
He's a vomit-worthy human being.
So noms, Mickey puts up Riley, Keanu, and Kelly. No shock there, right?
No.
Kelly tried to wheel and deal and save herself by saying if she wins the power veto, she won't use it. Didn't work. Obviously, Mickey knows she's on the other side of the house and she's going to say whatever she needs to say to try to save herself. Although
then she goes back and she tells Mickey that her and Riley are close in the game and outside the game as well. So, Kelly, she's such a mess.
So, after Riley goes up and cries, they do a big kumbaya prayer that Riley wins the veto and saves himself. And Mickey says to him, you are not my target. Keanu is my target. And what does Riley do? He runs to his alliance and tells him that Keanu is the target. So it's crocodile tears, and I don't know. Some people are buying into it that he really is trying to salvage his relationship with Mickey. I think it was an act.
Oh, it's definitely an act. Although then they're saying things that they want to take each other to the final two and things like Mickey and Riley. Like they're literally saying these things. So my head is spinning at the moment.
Keanu, surprise, surprise, wins his third veto.
Goodness gracious, you guys.
Number one target 4 weeks in a row. Saves himself over and over and over again. When are you guys... I said this in our last video. When are you going to learn that you need a new play? This isn't working.
Why don't they put him up at least, like, after the power of veto, so he has less of an opportunity to get himself off the block and win and keep winning and winning, because he's obviously proved himself to be more than just a physical competitor. He's actually smart too, you know. So people,
you got to backdoor him. So instead, he wins veto, saves himself. Now what we're all waiting on is who's the renom going to be. At first, and the logical decision is Catherine, because now your target needs to shift back to Riley. Keanu's off the table now. Riley or Kelly, really. But the obvious choice is Catherine. But Keanu gets into Mickey's ear and convinces her that Jimmy's playing both sides of the house, and she buys it. And the last we heard, she's considering putting Jimmy up and backdooring him, and he's kind of part of her alliance.
Right. I'm hoping Rachel... We'll have to see what happens and how Rachel's going to play this, because Mickey is in her alliance and Jimmy's obviously close with Rachel. So people are getting annoyed by Jimmy. And Morgan, she's a whole nother story. I don't think she's being a good... her emotional game is we'll have to see if it's going to start getting in the way. I feel that she was fueling Mickey's fire in regards to Jimmy, getting in her head and really buying the whole Keanu situation. So being that they are close and that they're aligned together, Mickey and Morgan, I feel like Morgan is definitely... this game, the psychological and social aspect of it is something that people forget about when they're playing the game. So Mickey, I feel, is getting all kinds of twisted right now.
Now I got some just notes I jotted down. So Kelly, she keeps saying over and over how she's being bullied, and she every day it's the same thing on the feed. She's tired of the other side of the house bullying. I'm like, did you watch Big Brother 22?
Well, that's what we've said this before. One of our favorite Big Brother players, Paul, he always used to say friendship. And there was a part where he was trying to play like Vince, both sides of the house. But Big Brother is not the game of friendship. Nope. And obviously Kelly has not been in tune to that.
All right. So Morgan, Vince, and Zach are trying to form a final three. That sounds like a train wreck to me. So good luck on that one. They're calling it 6-4-3, which is a baseball term, double play. Not with Morgan in that group. Yeah, Morgan, Vince, and Zach. Vince is overplaying his hand. Everyone knows it. Zach seems to be playing a decent game. Yeah, that's a three. That's a trio that I don't have a lot of hopes for. Well, think about this too. Morgan still has a crush on Zach. Zach told Morgan, if you want to play this side of the social aspect of the game, the showmancy part, Zach told her he's not interested, and obviously he's interested in Lauren. Lauren's not giving him exactly what he wants. Now he's been flirting with Ashley. So that little aspect of Lauren could be Morgan should be bubbling up inside, I'm sure. Because when you're in a house with someone, you have a crush on them, and they semi kind of flirt with you and at least want to not kick you to the curb. I don't know how she's going to let that go. I would not. I think that's dumb of Zach to align with her. I think that's dumb of Zach. Okay. And apparently in the HoH competition, it was like a teams thing, and Rachel was somehow connected to Keanu, so she threw it so that he couldn't win. Back to just Keanu. He really should have been on Rachel's good side. Now he's an enemy, and he just lost out on HoH because she threw it for him. And he continually badmouths her in the game, and he sticks his foot in his mouth nonstop, so I'm proud of Rachel. You go, girl. The biggest thing we're waiting for now is who's the renom going to be? Hopefully not Jimmy. Catherine's in the conversation. I think Catherine is the one. Vinny was also in the conversation, but today that's what we're all waiting for. The last time I watched, they were all trying on bathing suit tops, and Morgan was teaching them how to change their bathing suit top to make a crisscross style on their chest. So important things in BB hats on Sundays. But I was going to say, it just depends on Mickey. If she is gearing towards Riley, which she should, then it should be Catherine. If she loses her focus and goes after Keanu, the game is going to shift in a whole different way. I think the whole Riley thing would be super suspenseful, super fun. He wins the HoH, gets taken down, and then gets sent home the very next week. That's what I would like to see. If you want the most drama, the most excitement, team chaos, we don't care who wins Big Brother. We just want chaos. What you want her to do is attempt to backdoor Jimmy, and then Jimmy wins the blockbuster, takes himself down, and then wins HoH next week, and then turns around and puts up Mickey and whoever else, because Jimmy has got a mouth on him. That will be pure entertainment. So yeah, it would be. Online, there's the Team Chaos people who they just want to see the most drama. There's a script where that would be amazing. Yeah, and I mean, it's semi-unfolding at this moment in time. So expect the unexpected. Yeah. Until next time, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, the like button, stick around a little bit more. It costs you nothing to hit the thumbs up button, people. Nothing. Let us know you stopped by, if anything at all. See you on the next video. That's all for now. Bye, guys. I'm so good.
I'm rocking.